Hi, girls. I'm so happy to be with you. I'm Adrienne Everheart, your feminine energy dating and relationship coach. Oh, there's my camera right there. How are you guys all doing today? I want to say hi to you in the chat. So I'm Adrienne Everheart. I'm a feminine energy dating and relationship coach. This is a live video. We're going to talk about ways that you can really boost and have your creative energy going in feminine energy ways that enhance your relationship, enhance your life. Whatever it may be, you're going to feel good, feel more girly, feel more grounded and connected as a woman. I cannot begin to tell you how embracing my feminine energy, just getting to a place where I'm more soft, more nurturing, has really just enhanced every relationship I have. And this is why I love having this YouTube channel with you. I love sharing all of this information with you because I can't tell you enough how much feminine energy makes you feel better. A lot of you know I suffered with anxiety and depression for years. And really learning how to embrace what I was feeling in my body was a huge game changer. And that's what feminine energy is about. You might have a lot of misconceptions about what is feminine energy. You know, is it wearing necklaces and looking girly? Is it talking, soft and sweet and things like this? Or is it being, a doormat to your guy in your relationship? And it's really not any of those things, at least not for me. So we're going to talk about, I have 5 amazing ways here. These ways are so fun about how you can really enhance your feminine energy. And I can't wait to get going and share them all with you, okay? So I'm just going to check in real quick. This is live. Okay, I've got Brittany. Brittany is with us. She's in my Facebook Messenger. Wonderful. So again, my name's Adrienne Everheart, feminine energy dating and relationship coach. I used to be the biggest ball buster you could imagine. I was in my masculine energy all the time, and it would really push away quality men out of my life. And I kept losing these, really great guys in my life, but also more than that, I just feel like we were constantly in conflict. We were really battling each other. And the more that I began to learn about my feminine energy, feminist theory, understanding how women evolved throughout time and how our survival was dependent on being nice to men. And so it was always in my mind that if I want to survive and have a good relationship with a guy, I would just have to agree with everything he did or said in order to have that loving, wonderful relationship. But that didn't feel right. So I ended up just being this great big ball buster, and I would attract a lot of feminine energy men into my life, and they would be wonderful, and they would kind of worship me and follow me around. But then they weren't what I want. I would lose attraction for them. So I'm going to talk about this soft, nurturing, grounded energy. It's always been with you. It's your birthright. It's always been part of you, but at some point you suppressed it. At some point you pushed it down because you realized if you were in your masculine energy where you were thinking and solving and fixing things, you would actually get rewarded. Okay, you would get rewarded for this. You would get good grades. Your parents would commend you for not being emotional. And you found that the more you could stuff your feelings down and instead go into your analytical brain and problem solve, the more that you could actually, sorry, my dog is barking, the more that you were out of your body and up in your head in the thinking world. And this is actually masculine energy. So in my other videos, go check them out. I go deeper in that. But today, I just want to give you a quick recap and just let you kind of know how that works. If you're new to my channel, take a moment, hit subscribe. And if this video speaks to you, please do give it a thumbs up, okay? So let's get started. The biggest thing that for me has helped identifying with my feminine energy and getting creative and finding out what I want to do in life and what I want to feel as a girl and things like this is that I was willing to have a conversation with myself. I was willing to have a conversation with that feminine energy part of me. Now, this might sound kind of hokey and out there, but your inner girl is very much alive inside of you. She is very much alive and inside of you. And I'm just going to check in with Brittany real quick here. All right. So your inner girl's alive inside of you. You haven't probably spoken with her in years. And I want you to just be able to open up dialogue with her, open up and have a conversation with her, spend quality time with her. Something that my inner girl really, really loves to do is she loves to go to the store Michael's. And Michael's is like that arts and crafts store. And she loves to just browse and pick out like, you know, a little art project or something that makes her feel good and girly. One of my earliest memories, where I think right before I started to become, you know, you're on that threshold, you know, before you get your period and things like that, you can kind of be really emotional as a girl. You know, we've all been there. And I remember going to this little craft store and picking out all these little beads that I wanted to make a bracelet for myself. And getting up in line and the person giving me the total, and the total was like, you know, $15, and I had like maybe 5. And I just busted out in tears because I so much wanted to make myself this bracelet. And it was going to give me something to do and express myself. And I always start to cry now thinking about it because I so wanted to express myself. And you don't always have a lot of outlets. Well, that is over. Them days is over. You can go to Michael's. You can pick yourself out some nice beads. You can go back to that inner girl and connect with her, have conversations with her, spend time with her. She is a younger version of you. Find out what she loves to do and do it with her. Now, I am guilty of this myself. I have art books and art projects that sit there while I work. And you have to make that time to spend time with your girl. You have to. Just like real children in your life and things like that, make time to spend with her, okay? Now, this one is really kind of fun and crazy, but I got this catalog in the mail, and I'm not at all promoting Sundance. But I got this catalog in the mail, and I was just kind of having breakfast and leafing through it. And I stumbled upon this quilt. I don't know if you can see it. It's this quilt, let's see, that centered one right there, the pink and checkered. Can you see that, girls? Okay. And, you know, the first thing I noticed is that I really liked that it was pink and kind of girly. But I also said to myself, I was like, you know, I want my feminine energy to feel the way this quilt looks. Like it looks like it could just wrap you up and keep you warm and be comforting. And I want my feminine energy, like with my husband or people in my life, like I want my feminine energy to feel like the way this quilt looks. Okay, are you guys with me on this? And then I just continued to kind of leaf through, and I was like, oh, like this velvet dress. I want to, look how, you know, sexy and feminine this girl looks in this dress. And I was like, that's how I want my feminine energy to feel. Like for me, like I'm in a velvet dress and I just got on these little sandals and a necklace. I want it to feel that way. And I was like, you know what we really need to do is get a magazine, get a catalog. You don't have to buy these things, okay? But get a magazine, get a catalog, and I want you to cut out images of things that feel feminine to you. Like I just look at this girl and it just feels so feminine to me. It feels so soft to me. So cut out some images of things that feel feminine. You know, Christmas feels really comforting and feminine to me. It feels cushy and soft. So maybe cut out pictures of like, you know, snowflakes or snow scenes, you know, pillows and blankets that look cushy and comforting to you. You know, that's what we want to find. And so maybe make a little collage of things and images that feel feminine to you, but also how you want your feminine energy to feel. All right. Does that connect to any of you all in chat to maybe take a little time, make a little collage, And just, when I look at this quilt, and I have to tell you, I'm probably going to have to get this quilt now. This quilt is really not my style. Like I don't know, I'm maybe a little more modern, or I like florals, but that quilt to me, like I can just imagine myself wrapped up in that and just feeling just so cozy and warm. And, quilts are like a little heavier and comforting. And that's how I want other people to feel with me. That's the effect I want to have on other people. And that's how I want to feel with my girl. I want to feel the way that blanket looks to me. So just consider making a nice little collage of some images that really speak to what feminine energy feels like to you, okay? What it feels like to you, because this is really about discovering what feels soft and feminine to you. It may feel very different to you than it feels to another person or another race or another culture. You have to find what feels girly and feminine for you. So pick up a catalog, leaf through, and see what happens. All right. So let's move on to the next one. This is something that I talk about in a couple of videos of mine, but also in New Man Manifesto. And that is you ready? My Jeffy pillow. Now, you can get this pillow. You can get your very own Jeffy pillow. And don't worry if your guy's name is not Jeffy. It doesn't matter, because a guy will be at your house one day and he'll be like, who's Jeff? Who's Jeff? I need to know, I created this Jeffy pillow, and this is the Diamond Girl. And you can find this on my Teespring merch channel. This pillow is huge. It is so soft and cushy. But one of the things that really helped me connect to my feminine energy was that I really wanted to be, I wanted to feel hugged and loved. I wanted to feel hugged and loved to me. And I would go to bed at night alone. And a lot of you have watched the video about this. I would go to bed alone at night without a man in bed with me to like cuddle and comfort with. And one night I actually thought Jeff was in bed with me, and that our breakup was like a big bad dream, because there was this very firm pillow that my leg was on. I thought it was his leg. And I was like, what the heck? If it works, it works. If it feels good, it feels good. Do it. So I created my Jeffy pillow. And I have this pillow. I still have to sleep with this pillow. I cannot sleep without this pillow, because it became such a source of comfort for me. So whether it's a plushie, I love plushies. I have like this little heart plushie. My other one fell down. Hold on, guys. I have this heart plushie. And I like to keep things around that just comfort me. They just comfort me and they feel good. And especially if I'm in my boy energy and I'm running around and I'm doing all these tasks and, anything with technology or problem solving, I'll just pick up my pillow and I'll just hug it and just hug it close to you. And you can imagine you're hugging someone you love. You can imagine you're hugging your inner girl, or you can just feel how good it feels to just embrace something and give love and put that energy out into the world. So again, if you want your little diamond girl, I make it in a blonde, brunette, and a bronze hair color. And on the back, it should have this logo. If it doesn't, don't buy it. Let me fix the link first. But that's in my merch below. All right. So girls, is this video fun so far? Give me a thumbs up if you are liking it and it's just fun and helping you connect with your inner girl stuff. I've got more stuff for you. So let's see. I've talked about my pillow. I've talked about spending time with your girl, opening the conversation, creating the collage, or, creating images, finding images that feel feminine, what feminine wants to feel like to you. Now, this next one is fun for me, because that's where you want to let your inner girl dress you. Now, if any of you have daughters or you have children, your daughter may say to you, like, I want to pick out your clothes, or I want to pick out what you want to wear. And let her just like see what little girls put together. I mean, it's really fun. I have a little girl that I kind of babysit for one of my girlfriends once in a while. And the things that she will come up with, like, with nail polish and things like this that she'll want to do, or recipes that she'll want to make, or put things together just so haphazardly. So you want to actually connect with that within yourself, connect to how that feels. What does your inner girl, whatever her age is, kind of find out, how old is she? Like if she were to go to, like a clothing store, you can even take her to Walmart. Okay. Let her pick out some stuff. It never fails. I go to Walmart to pick up some supplies or whatever, and I'll pass the clothes. And look, there's nothing wrong with Walmart clothes. I'm not saying that. There's not really my style or like the fabrics that I want, but it never fails. They will have something in the brightest, shout at you neon pink that looks like it came right out of the 80s. And my inner girl will go, that, I want that. And I'll have to get it. And actually, some of my favorite workout clothes is some stuff I got from Walmart. And it's in these crazy hot pink colors. And my girl loves it. And in fact, I found this recently at Lululemon. And $12, which I think is a little overpriced for a scrunchie. And I got a neon green one and I got a neon pink one. Now, again, this is not an affiliate for Lululemon or anything like that, but I got it because it had that little bow on it. And lo and behold, but I keep my hair at night when I sleep. I put it up like this so I can sleep and I don't sleep on my hair. And I had the neon green one in my hair. And my husband said to me, he goes, that little bow is so cute. And I know I've got the tag, but you can just kind of see how that little bow just kind of girls you up a little bit, just that little extra little bow in there. So find things like this that your inner girl likes. You have to go out, take her shopping, let her dress you, let her pick these things out. My inner girl loves neon. I don't know why, but she does. And, I can't find enough neon nail polish. They just don't make it enough. So some other things I just want to share with you real quick, and then we're going to jump into some Q&A. And by the way, if you don't want to stick around for Q&A and you're watching this video, after I go over this next tip, just end it right there. But after this, we discuss Q&A. I always take a couple of questions with Super Chat. I start with people who give donations, and I kind of go from there. So we'll just see what happens. So when you spend time with your inner girl, identify her age, identify colors she likes, what sort of fabrics feel good, like how do those fabrics feel to you? When I was a kid, I was very sensitive to tags and certain fabrics, and I would sometimes have to wear them. And when you're a little kid, you're in uncomfortable clothes, you kind of can't say anything. Your parents will tell you not to complain and not to squirm and things like this. And so tags would really bother me. And I would just have to, go to church and wear that dress and just be itching to death the whole time. And that's part of stuffing down your feelings, is that you're not able to express how things feel. So do not buy uncomfortable clothes. If you wear high heel shoes and they are uncomfortable, don't wear them. Don't wear them. I wear flats. I don't own one pair I own a pair of kitten heels. I don't wear heels. I don't do it because I don't like how they feel. Do I think I look thebomb.com in them? Yes, I do. I think they do great things for my butt and my legs. I don't like how they feel. I don't like how they feel. I don't do them. So find things that feel good, fabrics that feel good. Try something new. It could be a little clip-on highlight in your hair. They make those ones that clip on. You might want to get fairy hair. Do you know about fairy hair, where they put the tinsel in your hair and it lasts forever? It lasts a really long time. My inner girl loves to swing on her swing set, and so we actually got a swing installed in the backyard. And I get on this little wooden swing under a tree, and I go back to being a little girl again, and working out all my problems and singing songs and feeling free, like you're just flying away. So I want you to really, connect to these things that feel good to you. This is how you get in touch with your feminine energy. This is how you get your creativity flowing. It's not going to be in this true or false, right or wrong, fix it, it's broken, masculine energy thinking. And also, by the way, P.S., this is really attractive to a man. Feminine energy is super attractive to a man. If you are ever at a loss for feeling feminine, like with your hair or something, put a braid in. Just one braid right here will change everything. You know, we've talked about hair accessories, little clips, little bows. Do it. Get jewelry. I know this sounds like, of course, jewelry, but get jewelry that feels really feminine to you. Not like, oh, you know, like these hoops are going to catch so much attention. But like when I wear hoops like this gold here, it's like hammered. And I have this bracelet and I'm wearing a gold necklace. I kind of feel like Wonder Woman a little bit, like, but I just feel a little bit like I'm connecting to some Mayan roots and some, you know, some part of me that is ancient that really likes, you know, hammered gold and things that feel ancient to me on a different level. So, you know, I definitely don't go jewelry shopping to find what looks the best on me. You will find the best looking clothes, the best looking jewelry and makeup when you look at it and you like it. It never fails. I have an eyeshadow palette made by SpongeBob. The SpongeBob. And it is some of the best looking eyeshadow I own. Okay. Because I like it. I love it. And then it fits. So, braid your hair, get roller skates, do arts, crafts, glitter nail polish, anything that makes you feel soft and nurtured and grounded. Now, this last tip is about being positive and not problem solving. So the biggest, most serious, important thing I can tell you about masculine energy is that your brain is a problem solving machine. You are always going to find the problem, okay? Always, immediately, every time, first thing out of the gate, you're going to find the problem with the guy, the problem with you, the problem with your girlfriend. You're going to look in the mirror, you're going to see the problems, all right? That's masculine energy thinking. And you have to literally retrain your brain to get back onto this positive track where you're not problem solving. Now, here's one for you. Let's say you feel anxious. You feel nervous, anxious, and kind of like scared. You're not even feeling like yourself. What if you said, it's okay to feel anxious. It's okay that I feel scared. I love the part of me that feels scared. I love the part of me that, feels anxious or worried or not good enough or like I'm never going to get it all done. I love that part of me. You know, she's trying to help me somehow, and I just love her. And see what happens to your energy when you just slow down and you feel these parts of you instead of like, oh my God, I'm anxious. I shouldn't be feeling this way. I need to stop. It's not true. Embrace it. Embrace it. When you learn how to look these things right in the eye, they have no control over you anymore. So fear is something that will control you as long as you believe what it's saying to you. So your brain will always find what's wrong. Your brain will always find what is fearful and how to protect you. That's just how your brain works. But you're not your brain. You're right. You heard me. You're not your brain. You can actually choose your second thought. So embrace those parts of you. Don't worry about problem solving. You look in the mirror and go, oh God, another wrinkle. Say, I'm looking juicy today. I look beautiful today. Every day I'm getting more and more younger. Every day I become more and more beautiful. Say that to yourself and see how it feels. All right, everybody? You feeling the video? Is it feeling good? Give me a thumbs up. Make sure you tap that little thumbs up button, and I'm going to get to your questions now, okay? All right. So, Mary Lou says, how do we stay in our feminine when we are around other women? I find myself quickly shifting into my boy energy when I'm around other ladies. You know, that's really interesting because I think women, as part of our survival, is that we wanted to compete with each other to get the better mate, things like this. And I don't know why it is, but I think women, we can almost get this satisfaction talking bad about other women. And I've certainly been there myself. And I think once in a while, you're going to have a situation where you do need to vent to another woman. And women can really get each other on a completely different level than men. Like you can spend 5 minutes talking to a girlfriend and feel better than if you went to your husband for an hour. And so I want you to just understand that we have great power with these women. So if you shift into your boy energy around women, I want you to just notice what you're feeling in your body. Are you feeling tenseness? Are you feeling urgency? Are you feeling like, you need to somehow be in control and facilitate the moment? And see if you can't give up that control and give up being in charge and making sure everything happens and let the other girls do it. Or better yet, y'all just be a bunch of women and wait for a man to come along and do everything for you. That's my favorite thing to do. All right. Going back to my chat. Brittany, did I have any more super chats? I'm going to scroll up. I don't see them in my Facebook chat, but let me see. I like to get to those first. Thank you, Cheeple, for your super sticker. Let's see here. Make sure that's working. Oh, okay. Anybody else have a super chat question? Just feel free to do it now. I'm going to go down here to my comments. Scrolling. Okay. Betty Boop says, how do I look feminine when out in nature? For example, hiking, biking on a mountain, or in the cold. I feel I need to be practical and it becomes masculine. Oh, you're bringing up images of like Little House on the Prairie for me, and how Ma was, always in her little bonnet and out there working with everybody else. And so I think a woman out in nature is about the most feminine way you can be anyway. And I don't think you need to really look for any other way. Now, is your inner boy working to help you hike and bike and things like this? Yes. But instead of like, is this feminine? Is it masculine? Go into your body and find what your body feels. Find what feels feminine to you in that moment. All right. It could be something as simple as a little bead bracelet you're wearing on your wrist, or I love florals. I have a lot of clothes that have florals on them, and I don't look tacky when I wear them. But you got to find what feels good to you in that moment, whether it's a thought you're thinking, a mantra you're saying, or just being in your body and connecting to awesome, awesome, wonderful nature. Okay. Atras has a question. She says, how to stay in touch with your inner girl positively in the midst of anger. I used to throw tantrums as a child, and now I do it with men. Well, welcome to the club. Welcome to the club, because, it's very hard to be an adult. In fact, nobody teaches us in school how to be an adult. No one teaches you that you have multiple sides to your personality without having multiple personalities. You have different, ego states within you. You have wounded child, you have happy child, you have all these different ego states. And when something is out of our control, this is when I say queen of the world gets involved. Queen of the world. And she comes in and says, this should not be happening this way. I always talk about how when I'm in the airport, I feel like everyone should not be speaking. No one should be speaking. We should all just be listening to that intercom or music or TV or reading. No one should be talking. Do you hear how absurd that is? It's really kind of crazy. But in the midst of anger, it is a reflex to respond. It's a reflex, and you got to unlearn that reflex. So number one, notice it. When my husband goes, no, I'm not going to do that, or whatever it is, however he triggers you, Notice that that feeling that you get, that trigger, that response you get. And then identify, like, is that my boy? Is that my inner boy wanting to fix this and control it and solve it? Or is it my girl? And get really curious about that feeling. And see if you just can't sit with it with curiosity. And remember, you're the adult, you're in charge. If you have a tantrum, it's because you allow yourself to have that tantrum. If you get angry, yell, anything else, you are the adult. You allow yourself. Don't make excuses. You are allowing yourself to be that way. Okay? Learn more about being your own best inner adult. Now, some of you have a couple of my programs or my books or things like this. And Erica, I can't get your, there you go. And I can't get, sorry. And you have my programs, my ebooks, things like this. I have something called the VIP library. And in the VIP library, I have some books on healing wounded inner child and also nasty voice. I really encourage, if you get one of my programs, you go deeper in with the VIP library too. Okay, let's see. Brittany has me another super chat here. Thank you, Betty Boot, for your sticker. Thank you. Erica says, I just started talking to a man who lives in Idaho. I'm in California. He's flying me out Monday to see him for the first time. I'm staying with him. Help. Well, girl, yeah, I want to help you because that's scaring the heck out of me. But I mean, I'm assuming you spent enough time with him. And I'm assuming that here's the thing about long distance relationships. One of you has to go live next to the other one and date. You can't move there and like live together. I mean, you can, but imagine meeting a man on a first date and then going, yeah, I like you, and go move in with him. Imagine. You would never do that, right? So I hope you like Idaho, because if you like this guy, I really encourage you to move there and date him. And also date other people too while you're there if you can in your quantum dating. So there's no pressure on him, or he's going to have to move to California. But you know, if you just go there for a date, have a good time, please be careful. Please let all your girlfriends and everybody know his address and where you're at and things like this. This sort of stuff horrifies me. So please be safe. That's my advice. All right. Peppermint Tea had a question. She says, how do I feel about infidelity? A man that I dated a few months ago visited his ex in another and told me about it. I feel that wasn't just friendship. I couldn't accept this. Was I too strict? Well, me personally, I don't want my guy to have anything to do with his ex or any other woman he dated. In fact, early on in our relationship, he was still helping his partner kind of do things on their farm and things like this. And I was like, no, like I don't feel comfortable with that. I don't feel comfortable traveling back to this house you guys shared. And he got really mad about it. And I was like, well, it's how I feel. Later, when we got back together, he had like this woman he had dated like twice, and she wanted to stay his friend. And I was like, no, I don't like how it feels. I told him, I said, you can do whatever you want to do. You can see whoever you want. If you're dating other women, I mean, if you're going out with other women you dated or having lunch with them, I feel completely unnerved by that. I feel totally uncomfortable. And he said, well, are you jealous? And I was like, yeah, I guess I am, but I know I'm uncomfortable. It's not going to work for me. I am not the type of woman that I can have a man who has friends with a lot of other women or exes. I can't do it. So that's how you felt. If he keeps on doing it, you got to ask yourself, do you want to be with a man who would rather go have lunch with his ex or be with you forever? That's ultimately the question you have to ask. So this is my last super chat, okay? I'm starting to lose my voice. It looks like I have one more, so no one else do anymore, okay? Rebecca B says, how to handle other women that are masculine that seem to be jealous of you when you're feminine. Oh my goodness, what a great question. So the first thing is you want to just really get in your body and how does it feel? How does it feel to perceive their jealousy? Because it might not be jealousy, or it might be, but just perceive it. Like, perceive instead of like getting in their heads and like, oh, she's looking at me again. And oh, she's like laughing and pointing with her friend. Like, how does it feel? How do you feel in that moment? I had situations, growing up where if like I had to be put in a group with four other girls for like something in school, like in college, they would all like just hate me for some reason, and just like kind of huddle in that corner and turn their back to me. And I would just sit there and be like, how do I make friends with these people? And why are they hating me? And I would lower myself. I would lower my value to try to get them to like me. So if I had to do it all over again, I would just go back and just observe them and just like notice it. Like, oh, I notice what this person's doing, and I notice this. And then who am I? Who am I in that moment? Am I the person that they are, wanting me to be? Am I going to respond to that? Or am I just going to be myself? Am I just going to be myself? Because a person can say and treat you however you want, but you make that decision to let it affect you or not. So notice it, observe it, and then say, who am I? Who do I want to be? How do I want to respond in this moment? Kill them with kindness, girl. Kill them with kindness. Stay soft and warm and unzip your heart. One of the best things you can do is just be very vulnerable with them and say, it feels so good to be around some other girls and just connect with you all. Show them your heart and see if that doesn't disarm some of that competitiveness that you're experiencing. All right, here's one from Hugh. It says, how do I comfort my boyfriend whose mother only has a few months to live? Oh my goodness. He's not feeling he's feeling low libido. They're in a new relationship. And what can I do to bring us closer? Every time I try to get closer, he pushes me away. Well, this is a really tough situation for him because there is no one like mom. There's no one who's going to comfort you and love you like mom. And everyone is going to experience grief and illness differently. So everyone's going to have a different take, and there is no right or wrong. So give him that space. What if instead of making this about bringing you two closer or getting sex or intimacy from him, what if you just created space for him to be who he is, and just created space for him without problem solving, without fixing it? Just create that space for him to feel however he feels in that moment. And just let him have this time without any pressure to perform or do or be or build a new relationship with someone. This is his time to grieve and connect with how he feels. So there was something else I was going to say about that. Ultimately, if this relationship is not meeting your needs, you can begin to quantum date. And this is something that a lot of women, they feel like they need to, break up with the guy. And you don't. You can actually tell him, dating you feels amazing. And I feel so bad about your mom. And if there's anything I can do, please let me know. This feels so wonderful. And I'm just, I'm curious where you see us going. He might say, I don't know. My mom is dying. I'm stressed out. Whatever the answer may be for any woman out there with a man that is, hot and cold. But you can also say, this feels so wonderful dating you, but I want to keep my options open. It feels great to see you. It feels great to hang out with you, but I just want to keep my options open. And he'll say, what does that mean? And you'll be able to have a conversation and say, well, I don't want to put any pressure on you or the relationship, but I do want to be a wife someday, and no pressure on you or the relationship. I know you're going through a lot, but I'm still learning and I'm still growing, and I want to keep my options open. I would still love to date you, and I would love to hang out and be part of your life. Most men will get really mad at this, but a lot of times they'll eventually understand it. They'll get it. They can't give you what you need right now, so why should they be your only option? So girls, if you want to learn more about how to have these conversations in dating and how to get through these sticky situations, I call it discussing the terms and conditions. I have a program called FEM, Tools for Dating. That stands for Feminine Energy Mindset Method. I also have a FEM for Relationships and FEM Diamond, which is heavy Q&A. But definitely, if you're new to dating, you want FEM, Tools for Dating. Now, I feel like every woman should have my ebook, 500 Ways to Talk to a Man, and the 2-day video class. This is something you should all have on your phones. You can use a little search tool in Acrobat or Adobe or whatever, and even find a term that you need or a problem you're having, and it'll pull up that word everywhere in the document. Get that ebook. I have had so many amazing responses and life-changing things happen because people learn how to identify what they're feeling in their bodies. Again, no one teaches us this stuff, no one teaches us how to do this. Okay, now last question. Okay, HY, did you get your question answered okay? I got a double message from you and I just wanted to make sure. Okay. Oh, thank you, Emmy. You have my ebook. Wonderful. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. I hope that I have helped you connect to your inner diamond girl. This is a big squishy pillow. I'm really surprised. You want to get your own little Jeffy pillow. And again, it doesn't matter if his name's not Jeff. Your guy's going to come over and go, who's this Jeff? Who's this Jeff that you got a pillow about? Apparently you can unzip this and you can wash it too. So that's kind of nice. These are all in my Teespring page if you want to look into that. Last question. This is so cute. Is there anything I can do to help my mom who's not feminine? Yeah, I mean, totally you can. You lead by example. You lead by example. You just talk about how things feel. You and your mom might sit down and have a little dessert and some coffee. This key lime pie feels so squishy on my tongue and tickly. It's like I'm in Miami, while I'm eating this or whatever. Get into how food feels, how drink feels with her, and then see if she doesn't start to do the same thing. So it starts by just being in your body, all right? Okay, girls, thank you so much for, joining me today and being part of my channel. I love spending time with you all. Please do click on the thumbs up button if you've liked this video and you've enjoyed it. It's coming towards the end of the year. Farewell 2020. I hope we can all have a more healthy, bright, wonderful, and healthy new year, and happy holidays to you all. I think you guys are all so fantastic. I'm honored to be part of your life. Love you all very, very much. And thank you for tuning in today. Mwah. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.